Again, I want to present to you the filmmakers Cal Ward Jr., Natasha Parker, Alvin Daniels, and Archie Roper.
Thank you all for making it. Thank you all for coming out. It looks like there's a big rush on nachos at the restaurant down the street, so we'll make this brief. If any of you have any questions, any answers, any comments, just really appreciate you all coming. Any questions or answers? Any questions for any of us?
I have a question.
Yes.
For Archie. At the front of your film, it said that it was based on a true story.
Yes, the Black Girl is based on a true story. Yes, it is. It's based on a young girl that she lived around the neighborhood where I worked at. Yeah, when she got shot, and yeah, so.
So she actually died.
Yeah, she did actually pass. She actually passed, and took us a while to get it together, and it was my baby. I was looking for an inspiration when I was in screenwriting class, and when she got shot, can you hear me? When she got shot, I was actually in film class, in our screenwriting class, and I was looking for something to write about, and I figured that nobody really knew about her, except for a few people in the neighborhood. So I figured I wanted to share the world, and that would be a perfect opportunity to share her life story with people. So it is definitely based on a true story.
I got a question and a comment. Your film was one of the most beautiful, sad things I've ever seen, and it really. Unromantic look at the ghetto. The girl who played the hype had it right, and it was probably the best way to show with nothing else in the house to eat. A hot dog could be a beautiful thing.
Exactly, and that was my intention.
And my question for the gentleman to your left, what kinds of films inspire you?
Duck Soup with the Marx Brothers, Apocalypse Now, the original King Kong, anything by Stanley Kubrick. The April Fools was inspired largely by, I don't know if you're familiar with Ken Burns' Civil War documentary. That was kind of the jumping off spot. It's kind of what I do a lot, is take a visual style like that, whether it's noir or in this case that kind of, sepia tone kind of, panning across black and white photographs. It was kind of used as a jumping off to kind of tell this love story, and to draw some parallels between the Civil War and any one of the wars that are happening now. You can, pick one. I guess most of the films that inspire me are historical films, comedy films that kind of draw that kind of similarity to times that have happened, things that have happened before, situations that are similar to situations that are happening now, and the ironies between them.
Well, I was feeling Love and Death with Woody Allen.
Right.
I was feeling that, and I will buy you a drink.
Okay, hey, all right, anybody can enjoy it. Yeah, there was that Love and Death and Bonnie and Clyde. This film was, I would say, like 8 years in the making. This is Steve Zemke. He's my cameraman, and it was he and I, and absolutely.
Thank
you. We shoot stuff with the camera, and then we put the camera down, and then we drink and we talk about how the world is screwed up. And we started doing this right after 9/11, and that kind of inspired us. Heather Witt, who unfortunately isn't here, it was like the three of us. We kind of combined all of our paranoia and our social analysis and our historical observations about what was happening, and we figured that the best thing to do was, like Sleeper, grab the one that you love and run for your life. Maybe a good motto to follow, like in years to come. But that kind of chase movie, that kind of love on the run, that it was very much in mind. Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. How were you able to insert yourself into old movies?
I'm sorry?
How were you able to insert yourself inside the old pictures?
Well, one of the reasons that making it took so long was learning exactly that process. Just to start off with a lot of photographs from the Library of Congress and doing a lot of creative things with Photoshop, transferring a lot of that into Final Cut. It was a very painstaking process, very experimental, just very careful blending and washing out the color to forgive a lot of sins and smoke effects, and it was a very painstaking effort, kind of combining different shots to kind of get that kind of narrative. We were running around in the forest preserves, in the nature preserves out west, out in Naperville, and we got some Civil War reenactment footage to kind of blend it all in. So without actually recreating the war itself, which was also a true event, the Civil War. So it was just very interesting to try to take those. It was very painstaking to. I like to pick projects that are not only have interesting subject matter, but can carry me on to the next level of complexity. This had a lot of complex special effects that were just something that I wanted to get into.
I have a question for Archie. Black Girl was so beautiful. I wonder, can you take a short film and make it into a whole movie? Because that would be one that should be made into a whole movie.
Okay, first of all, that's my mom right there. Well, of course, you could take a short film if you have the financing. If you have the backing, you can do whatever the studios want. You can pretty much do, as long as you have the money. You could take a 5-line script and turn it into a feature. So, but that's actually not what we're doing with Black Girl right now. Black Girl is it's gone. First of all, I'd like to introduce you guys to Alasia Polk. She's played Ebony, and Angela Davis. They did a really great job, and if it wasn't for them, the film would not have gotten done. I mean, it was an awesome picture, and she really pulled it off. I'm really proud of her for that. She's so big right now. She's a young lady right now, and I look forward to working with her in the future. But as far as turning a short film into a feature, that's definitely easy, and it's definitely possible if you have the financing and the studio backing to do that, and to do that.
Can you have the whole cast stand up so we can see who they are?
The entire cast. Well, I can show you Alasia. Alasia, you guys just met her. Where's Angela? Angela Davis, the mom.